Hello, welcome back to AppWorld 2025. I'm Jason Rahm with F5 DevCentral, and I have sitting here with me Chris Ford, the VP of AI for F5. Chris, how are you doing?
Hey Jason, great. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Super.
Okay, so what is your role as VP of AI? What do you do?
Well, my team and I work in our AI Center of Excellence. And in that role, we're always looking for opportunities to bring AI and machine learning into our products to solve really thorny challenges for our customers.
Okay, and so that there's a lot of breadth there, but specifically what I want to talk about, what a lot of people who've been super excited coming to me on the floor want to talk about is this thing about iRules. What can you tell me about Kunal's announcement of there being iRules generation and analysis?
Yeah, well, as we're looking for opportunities to bring AI and machine learning into our products, AI, it wouldn't surprise you to hear, plays a big role in helping to reduce toil for our users. And iRules is a very natural place for us to focus a lot of our energy. Obviously, you all like iRules. They're much beloved, very popular, very powerful, but they can be complex.
Yes.
We're hearing there's a real lack of people with experience writing TCL. And so we said, how can we use AI to help reduce some of the toil of writing TCL, of even understanding existing iRules, what they do, how they work, and then optimizing those iRules. So we set out to create a natural language interface for users to be able to generate, understand, and even optimize iRules.
Yeah, which is fantastic. And so, I know early on when LLMs became a thing publicly for people with OpenAI's release a couple years ago, we had a guy in the community who, just say, hey, can ChatGPT write iRules? Yeah. We have an article on DevCentral about that. And he went through some basic use cases, and for the most part, it did okay with some basic things. So what are we bringing to the table beyond what you can do with like ChatGPT?
That's a great question. I get that one all the time, Jason. The thing that we can bring to iRules generation is subject matter expertise. These external services like OpenAI, they were trained on the public internet. Yeah. So they're looking at publicly available documentation, but there's this gold mine of iRules that we've written, subject matter expertise in not only writing good iRules, but writing iRules that don't impact system performance or are optimized, right? And so we're in a very important stage now with development of the iRules generator, where we're actually engaging internal subject matter experts in the company to use the system, provide feedback to the system via reinforcement learning, so that the models get better and better over time. Yes, you can use external services like ChatGPT to write an iRule. Your mileage may vary.
And real quick, it does vary because it does not handle string map well at all. ChatGPT doesn't.
And so we're able to get the collective wisdom of our internal users now and soon external users to make the system better and better over time.
Yeah, which is great. And I've been using it internally to help train and all that, and the feedback is great. In fact, I just got an email this morning about that process getting a little bit more honed in and going through the feedback. Absolutely. And even assessing the feedback. Is this feedback good? Absolutely. And so I'm excited about where we're going to go with that. So we've got the generation side, but we also have the ability to analyze existing iRules. And so what's some of the roadmap for what customers can expect on, they want to look at their iRules, maybe, guy X just started and he's in the dumpster fire of a problem on the weekend. He doesn't understand what iRules do because he just got there. Yeah. So what are we doing for that use case where it's like, I need to understand what this thing even does before I can jump in and try and solve a problem?
For sure. The same natural language interface that we've created for generating iRules. You type in what you want to accomplish and we'll generate code for you. That can also be used to explain iRules. So take an existing iRule, put it into your prompt, and we'll analyze that iRule and give you a breakdown, a description of the objective of the iRule and each code block in the iRule as well. We're already looking for ways that we can do things like add comments to iRules, if you want to keep that understanding of what an iRule does, or even optimize iRules, so take an existing iRule and tell me how I can make it better and more efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the feedback I've gotten is like a couple things that I'd like to see us go with that is like having a tool like Black for Python for iRules, which is like it's very opinionated on here is how it should be formatted, period. And maybe you can put some exceptions in like Black allows, but it's pretty opinionated on style.
Sure.
But then also, being able to fold in, security vulnerabilities and, oh, you wrote this, and just FYI, if you don't write the switch command this way, you might be subject to argument injection and that kind of thing. So I'm excited about where we're going with that. So you said soon. When can customers hope to get their hands on this?
Yeah.
Just from an early access.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, our code generation system is now running in production, and we're at a very important stage of the process, which is taking subject matter expertise from inside F5 and using reinforcement learning to fine-tune our models. We want to expand that to customers, and that will happen sometime in calendar Q2.
Okay.
So your feedback will be really important to us as we improve the models. And as Kunal pointed out in his keynote yesterday, this iRules code generation will be part of a larger offer delivered later this year that we're calling the Big IP AI Assistant.
Okay.
I should add too, Jason, that what we've built is really a collection of services and models that are good at generating code. We're training models based on a corpus of training data. We built it to be generic.
Yeah.
So iRules is the first use case, but we've already proven this out, and we envision extending to other languages like NJS for Nginx, policy for F5's distributed cloud platform.
Okay.
Are some very good examples of where we see the code generation going next.
Yeah, I love that because if I'm moving like workloads from Big IP to distributed cloud or to Nginx to distributed cloud or any mix of that, being able to say that, hey, this is how my iRule works, but I need to do this in distributed cloud. How do I do that?
That's right.
And so being able to support that migration of code. Of course, we have other announcements they made where we're going to have a cross-platform programmability layer.
Exactly
it's not
right.
specific to NJS or iRules; it could be its own thing, but we'll walk cross-platform, and so I imagine we'll have the ability in the model to be able to convert to that as well.
That's the idea.
Yeah. So roadmap. If we're talking about AI type things with Big IP, I mentioned this. Who was I talking to yesterday? Worldwide Tech. They're working on some language model stuff for Big IP as well. We'll see if we get there first or if they get there first. But being able to take apart Big IP packet captures, because analyzing packet captures when you have a single system is one thing. Being able to look at both sides of the proxy and understanding why your TCP is awesome on the back end, but garbage on the front end, and what's going on there. So roadmap for you, if you guys are looking at it. I would love to see being able to just naturally talk with my packet captures.
Yeah, totally.
And so, yeah.
Well, the code generation system that we've built is an offshoot of what we call the AI Data Fabric here at F5. And that's just an AI platform for training, deploying, and managing at scale machine learning models, whether they're large language models, small language models, or even more traditional machine learning models like classifier models.
Yeah.
And so with all that infrastructure in place, we can be very fast at creating new models to do things like analyze packet captures.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, Chris, thank you so much for stopping by the forum and talking with us about very exciting things coming with being able to just engage with a system as complex as the Big IP, and of course other things that we're adding with AI tools.
Thanks, Jason. This was fun.
I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Thank you.